This is your sports TV station in Lorain, WLCS TV 20.
Welcome to 8th grade boys basketball on WLCS TV 20 alongside Joe Bach. My name's Rob Polinsky. Longfellow at Southview. Longfellow in the blue, and the Southview 8th graders are in white. And immediately going to the basket, a hard foul and a couple of free throws for Trayvon Jackson. Let's get you the starting lineups. First for the Longfellow 8th graders in blue, Mike Raisler, who was the 7th grade coach, is also coaching the 8th grade today. He's in for Coach Huff. They have a record of 2-10, and they're going to start number 1, Tion Lenore, number 13, who's at the line, Trayvon Jackson, number 15, Job Johnson. Free throw no good. Number 31, Zayden Martinez. Number 33, Brandon Ammons. For the Southview 8th graders, they are in white. Coach Andre Hopewell, his team with a record of 6-6. Second free throw in and out, missed them both. With the rebound, number 14, Jalen Delane. Also in the game, Kevin Jackson, number 5, number 23, Christian Ruiz, number 21, Anthony Lorenzo, number 15, Lorenzo Orono. With the basketball is Ruiz on the drive, put it up, yes, and a foul. Christian Ruiz with the first points of the ball game. And the Southview 8th graders immediately get up 2-0, and Christian Ruiz will try to complete a three-point play, line left. 5:40 to go in the first quarter. Line drive free throw, off the rim twice, no good, out of bounds. And it's going to stay with Southview. Inbounding that basketball, Lorenzo Orono. Orono, step back three. That's an air ball short. Saving it from going out of bounds. Nice job, Kevin Jackson. Shot goes up, in, and a foul. Christian Ruiz, and that was because of the hustle by Kevin Jackson. Saving that from going out of bounds, Joe. Substitution coming out of the basketball game. Lorenzo Orono coming into the game is going to be Victor Diaz. So Victor Diaz comes into the game. And the free throw up, no good. And again, Victor Diaz is in there. Offensive rebound, they get it to Diaz. Diaz will put it up and score. Victor Diaz with 2. 6-0 quickly. Southview out in front. With the basketball, Jackson tried to whip it inside to Job Johnson. It went out of bounds. It'll go back to Southview. Again, Joe, we just had the 7th grade game, and you can immediately see the difference in speed at this level.
Size.
Obviously size, strength. These kids are a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger, but it's the speed of the game.
Yeah, a little bit more organized.
Yes. A little more talent, some more fundamentals. Another year playing together. Kevin Jackson gets it outside to Christian Ruiz. A left side three ball is up and in, and hitting that Anthony Lorenzo. And what a start for the Southview team, who's 6-6. They're up 9-0. On the drive, Trayvon Jackson scoops it up. No good. Got his own rebound. Back outside. He'll get it. Baseline three. He'll take it. He'll make it.
There we go.
And that's Trayvon Jackson. Bounce pass inside. Kevin Jackson puts it up. No good. And coming out of there with the ball is Trayvon Jackson for Longfellow. Where's number 13? Guarded defensively by Anthony Lorenzo, number 21 in white. And we're going to get a foul on Lorenzo before the shot. They'll inbound with 4:17 to go in the first quarter. Inbounding the basketball will be Zayden Martinez. He wears number 31 on his Longfellow uniform. The inbound to Job Johnson. Johnson baseline right. Back outside to Brandon Ammons. Ammons, nice bounce pass inside. Shot goes up, no good, but it was a good bounce pass from Ammons. It goes out of bounds. Longfellow will keep it. Stops the clock with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Southview quickly out in front, 9-3. 8th grade boys basketball. Glad you could join us on WLCS TV 20. Jumper in the corner. Jackson drew the front of the rim, and that's it. The rebound comes down to the Southview 7th graders, Anthony Lorenzo. Lorenzo gets it back to Ruiz, Christian Ruiz to Diaz. Diaz right back to Ruiz. Bounce pass out of bounds. Longfellow ball. In for Longfellow is Tion Lenore. Where's number 1? Tion Lenore, number 1. His favorite subject is math. His favorite athlete is Washington Wizards player John Wall. And the young man would like to become a personal trainer. That's what he'd like to do for a living. That's Lenore with the ball. He gets it inside. Maybe a little unselfish there on the pass from Job Johnson to Jackson. Job Johnson gets it back. Back outside, a left wing 3 ball. It's up and in, and hitting that 3 is Zayden Martinez. He was wide open, so he cranked it up, and it's 9-6.
Nothing but net.
2 threes for Longfellow have gotten them their 6 points, Joe. They trail by 3 after falling down 9-0. On the drive, off the glass and rim, no good. The return is no good. And missing that was Lorenzo Orono. And then also Christian Ruiz, but they get the steal. Lorenzo on the right or left wing to Orono. Missed the long shot, out of bounds. It'll go to Longfellow. And they're going to inbound it to Trayvon Jackson. 2:35 to go first half, first quarter. His team trails 9-6. Trayvon gets it to Tion Lenore. Lenore on the drive into the paint, put it up, and that's going to go over the basket, so it's no basket. Even though it came back down, it went over the backboard, so even though it went through, it is no good. 2 officials on top of that saw that. And it's Anthony Lorenzo walking it across. And he assesses the defense, and we're going to get a timeout for Coach Andre Hopewell with 2:12 to go in the first quarter. It's a full timeout with 2:12 to go in the quarter. As you look at the 2 teams, there's Southview huddling around Coach Hopewell, who called the timeout. They're in the white uniforms. While they're in this timeout, we'll let you know, if you like Lorain Schools TV 20 on Facebook, you can win some great prizes. Watch the YouTube station. It's Lorain Schools TV 20. You can follow us on social media. On Twitter, it's at LCS_TV20. A lot of information there on Twitter. Check out Lorain Schools TV 20 on Facebook for all your entertainment and informational needs. And finally, for you old-timers like me, Lorain City Schools Television, WLCS is TV 20. And on Spectrum Cable, that's 1025. Sometimes we're not all social this and social that.
Social that, right.
Feel like a socialite sometimes, Joe. With the right wing 3 ball is up. No good by Lorenzo Orono, and the rebound is loose on the floor, picked up by Job Johnson of Longfellow. Johnson into the front court. Johnson puts it up. No, lost control. It's out of bounds. Joe is at me, but you look at Job Johnson out there. The young man's got a black shoe and a white shoe.
Yes.
Interesting. Have you ever seen that?
Yes.
Okay. I like it. I thought I was seeing things for half a second. On the drive, is it going to give him the basket too? We got a foul on the drive was Victor Diaz. They'll say no basket. They take it away. Foul on the floor, so they're going to take the basket away. And a minute 38 to go in the first quarter. Substitution coming in. It's going to be Isaac Filomeno.
And Rob, I bet he's got another pair at home just like him.
Of shoes, yes.
Except they'd be opposite.
I understood. Filomeno into the game. They'll lob it for Kevin Jackson. Jackson gets it up top for Anthony Lorenzo. Top of the circle. With it is Orono. Put it up. No. Offensive rebound that time by Lorenzo. Nice pass inside. Shot goes up. Yes, and a foul. Kevin Jackson with his first points of the night. Foul is going to go on Job Johnson, and trying to complete the three-point play will be Kevin Jackson. So Jackson will try to complete the three-point play. His team up 11-6. Substitution for the Southview 8th graders, number 33, Racy Perez comes into the ball game for the first time. Free throw up and in by Jackson. He completes the three-point play. His team is up 12-6 with 1:15 to go in the quarter. Jackson into the front court. Trayvon Jackson keeps the dribble. Gets it up top. Now they'll get it right back to Jackson. Beautiful pass, but he missed the shot. Nice pass from Zeta Martinez, but they couldn't finish.
Yeah, fundamentally, that was very good.
It was. Diaz picks up his dribble. Gets it out to Anthony Lorenzo. Lorenzo back out to Kevin Jackson on the three-point line. Kevin top of the circle into the lane. Put it up and in. Kevin Jackson with 5. 14-6 with 40 seconds to go in the quarter. It's all Southview so far. Longfellow 8th grader Brandon Ammons with the basketball. Brandon, number 33, on the drive, goes all the way to the basket, missed it. Rebound comes out to Lorenzo. Anthony Lorenzo will pull it back out, fakes the three. Got it to Diaz. Diaz to the lane, put it up, nope. And it's out of bounds off of him to Longfellow with 19 seconds to go in the quarter. They get it to Lenore. His pass to Daniel Devine into the game. Back to Lenore. Lenore put it up, no good. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. They got to hurry up into the front court. 3 seconds, 2. And he'll get off the shot at the buzzer. In and out, no good. After one quarter, our score. It is the Southview 8th graders 14, Longfellow 6. We're back with the second quarter. After this timeout, you're watching boys 8th grade basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools television.
The Warriors to Work program makes it possible for wounded warriors and their families to build new lives together.
When my dad left, I was like this big, but now I'm like this big. My dad got a master's degree in human resources.
Thanks to Warriors to Work that my dad has a terrific job.
The Wounded Warrior Project helps him by, giving him another start.
Now that my dad's home, I get a lot more hugs.
I'm really proud of him.
Find out more about Wounded Warrior Project at findwwp.org. Welcome home the brave.
Eighth grade basketball in white. Southview, they lead 14-6. In blue on defense is Longfellow. We have Longfellow at Southview. There's a steal to begin the second quarter. Coming out of there with it is Trayvon Jackson.
Nice back pressure.
Yes, had it knocked away from him. Tell you're a hockey fan with that back pressure. Lorenzo Orono got it ahead. Shot goes up and in by Christian Ruiz. He has 6. And it's 16-6 with 5.5 minutes to go until halftime. On the drive, putting it up and in. And that is going to be Javon Williams into the game for the first time. And Javon Williams, his favorite subject is gym. His favorite athlete, Kyrie Irving. Joe, he wants to be a barber.
Oh, there you go.
He's also a football player, plays running back and linebacker. Shot goes up and in, and making that one is Anthony Lorenzo. Give him 5 points. 18-8. 5 minutes to play first half. Lenore with it. I don't know if we would be good customers for him. Joe, you and I, our hair isn't growing like it used to.
I need a haircut.
There's a travel. Well, then you got to go see this young man.
I will.
In the front court with the basketball, Jalen Delane put it up, no. And the rebound comes down to Jackson. He'll pass it ahead, and shot blocked from behind. Nicely done out there. Isaac Filomeno had the block. The three-pointer goes up. Missing that was Zayden Martinez. And coming out of there with a rebound is Orono for the 8th graders of Southview. They lead 18-8, 90 seconds into the second quarter. Ruiz with it. Ruiz to the basket, put it up. No, but he's fouled. So Christian Ruiz will shoot a couple of free throws. We told you earlier that Zayden Martinez put up a 3. Missed it. His favorite subject is gym. You have to like his honesty. Favorite athlete, Joe, it's the first time I've heard this one. I don't think it'll be the last. Favorite athlete, Baker Mayfield.
Oh, boy.
He's a football player, defensive tackle, and he would like to be in the FBI for a future job.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Ruiz with 7. Makes the free throw. It's 19-8. Second free throw up, no good. I'm impressed with both in the 7th grade and the 8th graders, the young fellows from Longfellow that are letting us know their career aspirations. Joe, they're not athletes. It's all kinds of different fields, but none of them are athletic. Kind of impressive. There's a steal, laying it up and in on that basket. Into the game for the first time is Justin Tejada. So Tejada with the basket. I guess it's Tejada, and it's 21-8. And coming out of there with the basketball, we're going to get a whistle and a foul.
Yeah, Southview very aggressive there on defense.
So it's going to be Longfellow basketball. Southview wants to make some substitutions. Coming back in is Kevin Jackson. Also back into the ball game, we're going to have Anthony Lorenzo and Victor Diaz. Coming in for Longfellow, Emmanuel Jurina comes in for the first time. And Jurina immediately gets the inbound, but he's got to get rid of it, does so. As he finds that Javon Williams lost control, and coming out of there are the Southview 8th graders.
Southview just jumping the passing lanes. I like the defense.
They throw it away. They lead 21-8. But Emmanuel Jurina just came into the game. You saw him, his favorite subject, language arts. Joe, you'll like this. His favorite athlete is Antonio Brown. He also likes to play football and baseball, and he wants to be a barber. Inside Jackson put it up, no good. And the rebound is hauled in by Victor Diaz. Diaz got it to Ruiz. Ruiz had a shot blocked out of bounds by Jackson. Stops the clock with 3:22 to go in the half. 21-8, Southview in white. The 8th graders in front of the Longfellow 8th graders in blue. Inbound to Ruiz. Gets it back. Jumper goes up and in. Making that is Anthony Lorenzo. Give him 7. 23-8. 3:10 to go in the half. On the drive, putting it up as a block, but a foul. We're going to get a couple of free throws for Javon Williams.
Right now it's a 15-point ball game, but Longfellow has not played that bad. It's just that they've missed a lot of points in the paint, a lot of point-blank shots.
Javon Williams has 2 points, still at 2 as he missed that first free throw. Gracie Perez back in for Southview, back in for Longfellow. Tion Lenore. Lenore wears number 1 in blue. Perez wears number 33 in white. Second free throw off the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Ruiz. He'll hand it off to Anthony Lorenzo. Under 3 minutes to go in half. Lorenzo falls down and the ball is stolen. They're going to pass it ahead for Lenore, but they throw it out of bounds and almost goes into the concession area. You're watching 8th grade boys basketball on WLCS TV 20 alongside Joe Bach. I'm Rob Polinsky. Glad you could join us. Southview up by 15. Lorenzo to Ruiz. Step back jumper. Nope. Rebound is going to come down to Jurina. Emmanuel Jurina, number 3 for Longfellow. Jurina fakes the shot. Gets it back outside to Ammons. And Ammons loses it, and it is picked up that time by Victor Diaz. Diaz back outside of Lorenzo, and they're going to set up the offense. Gets a screen from Ruiz, takes the shot, missed it. Rebound comes down to Zayden Martinez. And the ball knocked out of bounds. It'll be Southview basketball. Substitution. Coming in, Lorenzo Orono for the Southview 8th graders. He'll give Ruiz a breather with 7 points. Anthony Lorenzo dribbling. Goes left side to Lorenzo Orono. On the drive, scooping and scoring is Victor Diaz. He has 4. 25-8 with 1:40 to go in the second quarter. Into the front court, another steal. Joe, you've mentioned those quick hands defensively, and they get in the passing lanes. That they do. Jumper goes up. That's off the rim, no good. And missing that time was Anthony Lorenzo, but they get it back. Another missed shot, that time by Kevin Jackson. And coming out of there is Longfellow.
Yeah, not only jumping the passing lanes, but great anticipation.
Jackson hooks up a shot, missed it. And hauling in that rebound, Lorenzo Orono for Southview. He'll get it ahead to Kevin Jackson. Kevin back outside. A 3 ball goes up by Diaz. It's no good. Jackson skies for the rebound. Got it to Orono. Back outside. Jumper goes up and in, and that's a 3 ball by Anthony Lorenzo. And now he leads everybody with 10 points. And all of a sudden, the lead is 20 at 28-8 with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Zayden Martinez got it to Lenore. Tion Lenore laid it up. No, but he's fouled by Kevin Jackson, and it'll be Tion Lenore shooting a couple of free throws.
Longfellow's been stuck on 8 for some time
Yes,
now.
they have. Told you about Trayvon Jackson a little bit earlier. He hooked up a shot, missed it. His favorite subject is social studies. Favorite athlete, Kyrie Irving. He's also a football player, and Joe, he wants to be a mechanic.
Oh, there you go.
Free throw, no good.
Got
Coming into the basketball.
High school?
Yes, Daniel Devine. Daniel Devine coming in. Where's number 35 on his Longfellow 8th grade jersey. Free throw up by Lenore. That's off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound loose on the floor, picked up, put up, and in.
There we go.
And that is Brandon Ammons with his first 2. And that makes it 28-10. So Longfellow had 8 points for a long time, now gets up to 10 with 22 seconds to go in the half. Handed off, that's Victor Diaz. A long-range left wing 3 is no good. Kevin Jackson saves it, 10 seconds to go in the half. Jackson into the lane. Jackson scoops and missed it. Rebound comes out to Javon Williams. His pass to Jackson, not in time. Shot wouldn't count. And that's going to do it for one half of basketball. Our score, the 8th graders for Southview 28 and the Longview 8th graders 10. We're back with the second half right after this timeout. You're watching boys 8th grade basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
Sergeant Michelle Garcia served meritoriously in Iraq and has the medals to prove it. Soon after leaving the Navy, Lieutenant Chris Scott found a job, a home, and started a family of his own. Corpsman Richard Stokely took the skills he learned in Vietnam and put them to good use as a paramedic. But soon after leaving the military, each of these veterans fell on hard times and faced homelessness. Even after Michelle lost all her savings, even after Chris wasn't able to pay his mortgage, and even after Richard battled alcoholism for years, they each reached out for help when they needed it most. A simple phone call put them in touch with a trained professional from the Department of Veterans Affairs. That call got Michelle a place to stay until she could afford one of her own, put Chris in touch with employment assistance, and found Richard a substance abuse program. These veterans are success stories not only for how they were able to help others while serving their country, but for how they were able to let others help them. If you know of or are a veteran in need, make the call.
I began in 3rd grade, 8 years old, and I was able to learn the chest compressions and the breaths. And I absolutely believe that anyone out in the public can easily learn. We got a page for an unresponsive 2-month-old, and when I got the first glimpse of the 2-month-old, he was blue. We didn't even get to go inside. I just jumped in the back and we started CPR, continuing CPR, and you were able to see the color start to come back, and then we were able to actually get his heart rate back. It was a pretty moving part in the story that we were able to save a 2-month-old's life. My community is why.
I go to the sleepover?
Lucy, I want you to promise me something. If there's any drinking, I want you to say, "No thanks, not my thing."
Mom.
I promise you, your real friends won't care. Deal?
I promise, Mom.
They really do hear you.
Did you pack your toothbrush?
For tips on how to start the talk, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. A public service message from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration.
Hey, we missed you at the game last week. Is everything all right?
I just haven't been feeling like me lately.
You know I'm here for you, right?
That's a cut. Beautiful. Acting is one thing. Talking about suicide in real life is another.
In the military, you take challenges head on.
And now it's your turn to do the same for our veterans.
Be there.
Learn how you can start the conversation at BeThereForVeterans.com.
Every year, the Salvation Army serves nearly 30 million people in need. That's one person every second. So by the time you've finished watching this, 30 more lives will have been changed for good. All thanks to your donations.
Thank you.
Start of the second half, Longfellow 8th graders with the basketball. They trail 28-10, and immediately on the inbound, they get it Trayvon Jackson. He scores with 5 points.
Yeah, 2 at a time, Rob.
Yes, exactly right. 28-12. And Southview with the basketball. Ruiz with it. Ruiz baseline left. Double team, kicks it out. Nice ball movement. They get it to Lorenzo. He'll hand it off to Lorenzo Arono. And Arono is going to be fouled that time by Job Johnson. Let's reset the starters for you to begin the second half. First for Longfellow, the 8th graders in blue. They're going to go with number 1, Tion Lenore, number 5, Javon Williams, number 31, Zayden Martinez. Also coming out now is Job Johnson, so replacing him, we are going to have, excuse me, I don't have a 32 for the 8th graders, and an offensive rebound. So there's a three-pointer, goes up, missing that, getting a rebound. As I look for a 32, I think it was a 7th grader. It is. That's John Salaman, who was in the 7th grade game, Joe. So
yeah, they can play 5 quarters.
Okay. So let me get that on my list here. So Salaman is in the game for the first time. We saw him in the 7th grade game.
Nice.
For, let's see, inbounding the basketball is Zayden Martinez. Yeah, and he's going to get it to Trayvon Jackson. Trayvon going to drive the baseline, reverse layup. Nicely
that was
done.
Pretty. Wow.
Nice job of that left hand by Trayvon Jackson. He has all 4 points in the third quarter, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Top of the key 3 ball for Southview is up and in. Lorenzo Arono, his first points of the night, 31-14. So it's Arono, Ruiz, also into the game for Southview. We have this half Jalen Delaney, and driving in, missing that. Ruiz gets the rebound. Anthony Lorenzo is in the game, and again, Delaney is in there. And the 5th young man is Kevin Jackson. Gets knocked away, comes back outside to Anthony Lorenzo. Lorenzo gets it back to Lorenzo Arono. So you got a guy with the last name Lorenzo and a first name of Lorenzo. No wonder I'm confused. Arono lets it fly. Lorenzo Arono missed it. Saved from going out of bounds. Nicely done by Jalen Delane. And it comes ahead. Shot goes up. No, but we're going to get a couple of free throws. And that is Trayvon Jackson. 31-14 with 4:11 to go in the third quarter. And a couple of free throws for Trayvon, who has 7 points tonight, including 4 in this quarter. Free throw is good. He has 8. Coming in for the 8th graders. Again, I think that's a 7th grader out there for, that is Isaiah Rouser. Remember he had all those points, Joe?
Yes.
And the free throw, no good. So Isaiah Rouser comes in, number 3.
Always good to play against tougher competition, older, taller sometimes.
Yeah, good point. Their left side 3 ball goes up, missing that time is Orono. Offensive rebound, Ruiz put it up, no good. And getting it knocked away, they're going to get it ahead. Shot goes up, no, but a couple of free throws for Jalen Delane.
Yeah, the Southview defense reminds me a lot of the high school. This relentless pressure, ball hawks.
So Delane at the line for 2, looking for his first points. Line right, put it up, banked it in. Substitution. Ruiz comes out for Southview. Checking into the basketball game is Justin Tejeda, who has 2 points. And we're going to get an over and back foul on Tejeda. So 1 for 2 at the line was Delane. And it'll be Longfellow ball. They trail 32-15, 3:50 to go in the 3rd quarter. It's been all Southview. They led after 1, 14-6. They led at half, 28-10. Does Longfellow have a run in them here in the 2nd half? On the drive, Martinez put it up. Zayden Martinez missed the shot, and the rebound is hauled in by Victor Diaz. Diaz left side. Got it from Rouser, put it up off the glass, no good. Rebound tipped around, and Diaz lost it off his hand out of bounds. Stops the clock with 3:23 in the 3rd. Tion Lenore with the basketball. Lenore looking to get rid of it, does so. The Salaman right back to Lenore, but it's knocked away and stolen by Orono. Orono quickly to the other end, all the way to the basket, lays it up and scores.
Wow.
Orono with 5. They're all in this quarter, and it's 34-15.
Very impressive there.
Salaman, who was impressive in the 7th grade game for Longfellow with it. He's going to turn and hand it off. And hooking it up and in. Nice shot by Javon Williams. He has 4. 34-17, 2:40 to go in the 3rd. Diaz into the front court to Delane. Delane had his pass kicked out of bounds by Orono. It'll be Longfellow basketball, and substitution coming into the contest for Longfellow is number 33, Brandon Ammons, who had a 2-point field goal in the 1st half. Also back in for Longfellow, number 15, Job Johnson. He started the game. They inbound it to Javon Williams, who has 4 points. 2.5 to go 3rd quarter. He'll hand it off to Job Johnson. Job hands the top of the circle to Ammons. Ammons on the drive, put it up, no, but he traveled. Substitution for the 8th graders, number 42, Demetrius Bennett.
Big stir when he came in the game.
Yeah, exactly. Bennett with the basketball. He's going to pass it back up top. They're going to hand it off to Isaiah Rouser. Rouser, pass on the left wing, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Southview. With 2:07 to play in the 3rd quarter. And they get it to Bennett. Bennett right back. His pass intercepted. Now it's going to come out to Job Johnson. Job with it, and he is going to be fouled by Bennett from behind. We're going to inbound. On the inbound, the shot goes up, missing it. Getting the rebound back up, but that time off the glass and rim by Javon Williams, no good. And the rebound is cleared out by Tejada. Gets it to Demetrius Bennett. Bennett got to get rid of it. Bennett, his pass is going to be intercepted, but I believe out of bounds is Lenore. And they're going to inbound it into the backcourt. Arono with it. A long three, missing that time. Offensive rebound. They get it to Diaz. Missing that shot was Rouser, who made 5 of those threes in the 7th grade game. They inbound it to Bennett. Bennett will go back to Arono, to Rouser in the corner. Bennett hands it right off. Rouser with the basketball. In the corner, jumper goes up and in. It's a 3-ball for Lorenzo Arono. Joe, he has 8 points, all in the 3rd quarter. 2 3-point field goals this quarter. 37-17, 1 minute to go in the 3rd quarter. Salaman with it. Salaman puts it up, yes, and he's fouled by Bennett. So Salaman gets his first points of the night. Makes it 37-19. Salaman off the back of the rim a couple of times, no good. They fight for the rebound. It's going to come out to Southview. They're going to get it ahead to Bennett. Bennett into the forecourt. Bennett on the dribble. Bennett picks up the dribble, looking for a teammate, and we're going to get a jump ball. With 45 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, alternating possession arrow. It'll stay with Southview.
Bennett definitely a fan favorite here.
And the inbound shot goes up, no good. And coming out of there is Longfellow, 2-on-1, scooping it up, missing the shot is Williams. Salaman got the offensive rebound. Gets it to Job Johnson, who misses a long shot. Under 30 to go in the 3rd quarter. Arono on the drive, nope, but he's fouled. He'll shoot 2. Lorenzo Arono will shoot a couple of free throws. Job Johnson, favorite subject is math. His favorite athlete is his dad. And in future goals, he would like to be a nurse. That's number 15, Job Johnson for Longfellow. A couple of free throws. It is up and in. That's Arono with 9 all in the quarter. 38-19. Southview has doubled up Longfellow. They've outscored them 10-9 in the 3rd. Again, that is in and out, no good. Rebound Salaman. And his pass intercepted by Arono. And it's stolen right back. Now it's knocked out of bounds. It'll go to Longfellow with 17 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Williams had it knocked away and stolen. Arono into the front court. His pass, the shot goes up, missing that time was Tejada, and it's out of bounds to Southview with 3 seconds to go in the quarter. Rouser to inbound. He gets it up top. Lorenzo cross-court Bennett. He'll take the 3. It is no good. We've played 3 quarters. Our score, it is Southview 38, Longfellow 19. We're back with the 4th quarter after this timeout. You're watching boys 8th grade basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools television.
We make Marines who overpower the desire to quit with the perseverance to prevail. Not for glory, but for honor. For a code that isn't written or spoken, but lived. It's what we do. It's who we are. It's the battle cry of our fighting spirit. Battles won. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
Start of the 4th quarter, 8th grade boys basketball. They're going to get it inside to Job Johnson. Lays it up and in. His first points of the night. And he cuts the lead to 38-21. On the inbounds pass, it's knocked away and stolen by Zayden Martinez. Martinez into the front court. Zayden pulls up a 10-foot jumper. Missed that one. And the rebound comes down to Anthony Lorenzo, number 21 in white. Lorenzo into the forecourt. Gets it ahead to Dylan Dower, who is the 7th grader into the game for the first time. Back to Diaz. Diaz put it up and in. 40-21, 5:20 to go in the game. Right side jumper goes up. Missing that is Trayvon Jackson. And coming out of there with the basketball, spinning in the lane. They get it ahead to Dower.
Nice
he lays
pass.
it up and in. Beautifully done. Dower gets the basket off that nice pass from Anthony Lorenzo. Martinez, top of the key, measures the three, and that's short, out of bounds to Southview. For Southview, coming back in, Christian Ruiz. Ruiz will get it across midcourt. Left-hand dribble. Ruiz puts it up, no good. Fight for the rebound, comes down to Zayden Martinez for Longfellow. His team trailing 42-21. They get it to Job Johnson, he'll measure it, he'll miss it off the rim. Rebound hauled in, and again they get it to Ruiz. Ruiz ahead of the pack, he's gonna lay it up and score. Ruiz with 9, his first point since the second quarter, 44-21 with 4:15 to go. Emmanuel Jarina, he'll take a three. He'll miss that off the glass and rim. Hauling in the rebound is Lorenzo, who's had a fine game with 10 points and a lot of rebounds. Lorenzo with it. Lorenzo, right side for, or left side for Ruiz. Ruiz looking. He'll get it into Racy Perez. Perez looking for his first points of the night, lost control, gets rid of it. And on the right side, the three ball goes up. Lorenzo missed it. And I should say, Lorenzo missed it. And that's Jackson with a rebound, put it up, no good. Offensive rebound, Job Johnson missed it. Zayden Martinez back up, no, but he'll shoot a couple of free throws. Isaac Filomeno, Racy Perez, Dylan Dower, Christian Ruiz, and Anthony Lorenzo, the 5 on the floor for Southview. Longfellow, Zayden Martinez, Job Johnson. Also in the game, Emmanuel Jarina, Trayvon Jackson, free throw no good, and Daniel Devine is back in. Kevin Jackson will come in. For Daniel Devine, number 35 for Longfellow, favorite subject Jim, favorite athlete Francisco Lindor. He's a third baseman in baseball, is Devine. Second free throw no good, and he wants to become a physical therapist for his job occupation. 3.5 minutes. So far, we haven't seen a TV 20 announcer, Joe, or a TV 20 cameraman, so I guess you and I are good for a while as far as these future jobs for these young people.
That's right. Well, somebody, I've got a lot of time in here. Somebody's going to have to take over.
Ruiz with it, top of the circle. Ruiz gets it out to Racy Perez. Perez to Ruiz. In the corner, Dylan Dower, shot goes up, air ball long. And saving that from going out of bounds, Zayden Martinez. Martinez bringing it into the front court. Gets it left side. The three ball goes up, missing that off the front of the rim, Trayvon Jackson. And we have 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Southview 8th graders in white, Longfellow 8th graders in blue, and the Southview 8th graders lead at 44-21. Ruiz with a jump stop, put it up and in. Nice move, Christian.
Very nice.
With 11. Trayvon Jackson will get it ahead to Devine. Devine will launch it, and that's long, and the rebound comes down to Isaac Filomeno. Filomeno with a basketball and a whistle and a timeout on the floor. I think we want to have some substitutions come in here with 2:35 to go. It's 46-21. While we've got a minute, we want to remind everybody one more time that you're watching Lorain City Schools television, WLCS TV 20 on Spectrum Cable. That's 1025 on your Spectrum Cable. Check out Lorain City Schools TV 20 on Facebook. You can see all your entertainment informational needs there. Do an awful lot of things on Twitter. You can follow us on Twitter at LCS_TV 20, the YouTube station. The hits off the chart. Lorain Schools TV 20, like Lorain Schools TV 20 on Facebook. Win great prizes. Demetrius Bennett back into the game. So 2:35 to go, and inbounding it will be Justin Tejada. Tejada gets it to Kevin Jackson. Jackson at the foul line. Jackson back outside. He gets it to Dylan Dower. Dylan played in the 7th grade game, had his Pocket picked by Jarina, and then Jarina is going to be fouled. And we're going to have inbounding the basketball, Brandon Ammons. Ammons inbounds to Tion Lenore, who's back in. Lenore with it. Into Devine, right back to Lenore. Top of the key, three is up by Ammons. It's no good. And the rebound is hauled in by Tejada. 2 minutes to play in the ball game. 46-21, Southview and White with the lead. Kevin Jackson, right hand dribble. Looking, got it to Dylan Dower. Right back to Jackson, who goes to Demetrius Bennett. Bennett cross-court pass to Dower. Dower in the lane, put it up, no good, out of bounds. It's going to go to Longfellow. Lenore with the basketball. Tion Lenore gets the top of the key to Javon Williams. The jumper goes up, banks it in. Williams with 6. 46-23. And with the basketball, Kevin Jackson gets it to Racy Perez. His jumper no good. And the rebound is hauled in by Brandon Ammons. Ammons has 2 points, put that up, no good. Tries to save it from going out of bounds. It will go out of bounds, and it'll stay with Longfellow with 1:02 to go. And Emmanuel Jarina to inbound. Does so to Jackson. Jackson will take it. Jackson will miss that. Rebound Ammons. Got it to Jackson. Jackson falls down, and Bennett gets the steal. He'll hand it off to Kevin Jackson. Kevin Jackson drive and blade it up, no good. Rebound Devine. They lob it ahead, and the layup is no good. Bennett with the rebound. Gets tied up by Devine, jump ball. 49 seconds to go. Alternating possession arrow gives it to Southview. And they get it to Kevin Jackson. Jackson goes on the left side, got it back. Jackson with a wraparound pass for Racy Perez to Daniel Devine. Long lob for Jarina. Jarina saves it from going out of bounds, but Dylan Dower gets it. Under 30 seconds to go in the game. Dower into the front court. Dower lost control. It'll go off the foot of one of the Longfellow defenders, and it's going to be Southview basketball. 23 seconds to go. Perez to inbound. Devine knocks it away. It's a steal. Get it in the backcourt to Williams. Williams ahead of Jarina. Jarina will pull it back out. Got it to Jackson. Fakes the shot. Drives in. Scoops it up. No, but he's fouled by Perez. With 12 seconds to go. At the line, Williams has 6 points, trying to add to that. Javon Williams off the back of the rim, no good. See if we missed anybody. Brandon Ammons, he was his language arts. Joe, his favorite athlete, LeBron James. He's a football linebacker, and you won't guess what he wants to be when he grows up.
A cameraman.
Brandon Ammons wants to be close, a geologist. It's knocked out of bounds. Devine with it. Hill inbound. Devine got to Williams. Devine into the lane, put it up, no good. Rebound, Dylan Dower. 5 seconds, and they'll dribble it out. And
we have a technical foul on the bench.
1 second to go.
Well.
And Demetrius Bennett will shoot a couple of technical free throws. Bennett looking for his first points of the game. Free throw up. And that went off the back of the rim, no good.
One more here.
Bennett trying to make 1 out of 2. Second free throw. That one no good. Bennett looking to inbound, does so to Dower, and Dower dribbles out the clock. And that will do it. Our final score was Southview 46, Longfellow 23. As you see the two teams shake hands. For Southview in the win, they go to 7-6 on the season. With the loss, Longfellow, they are going to drop to 2-11 the campaign. Scoring by quarters, it was Southview after one leading 14-6. They led at half 28-10, led after three 38-19, and they win it 46-23 individually. For the victorious Southview 8th graders, Christian Ruiz had 11, Anthony Lorenzo with 10, Lorenzo Arono with 9, Jostin Tejada with 2, Victor Diaz with 6, Dylan Dower had 2, Kevin Jackson had 5. For the 8th graders from Longfellow, who lose the ball game and drop to 2-11, it was Javon Williams with 6, Trayvon Jackson with 8, Job Johnson had 2, John Salaman had 2, Zayda Martinez with 3, and Brandon Ammons with 2. Well, Joe, that's just going to about do it for our coverage today, 7th and 8th grade boys basketball on ULCS TV 20. Great to be here with you. And
Rob, thanks for coming out. I always enjoy, and I know everybody, all the kids are excited when we cover the games, and you know, it means a lot to them.
We'll look forward. We'll look forward to next time.
Out. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll have a couple other. We got another matchup with the boys, probably including General Johnny, and then we got the girls coming up.
Sounds good.
So.
For now, that's going to do it for our coverage. 8th grade score, it was Southview 46, Longfellow 23. For Joe Bach, this is Rob Polinsky reminding you, you've been watching 8th grade boys basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.